good morning and welcome to my workshop. My name's Ant. It's a lovely day today. We're going to start a tool restoration today. This engineer stroke machinist vise. It's quite a heavy duty type thing. It's quite stiff. I'm going to repaint it, make it not like new, but make it usable, a bit easier, again a bit more presentable. So we're going to start by stripping it down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. This one looks like it's been drilled into. There's a screw there that holds on the handle, and underneath we've got a set of Allen bolts, which will also have to be removed. There's another screw there. So let's begin. So we get a large screwdriver, large enough not to damage the screws. Oh, and actually they're turning quite easily. Let's give each one a quick turn. That one's coming out easily as well. That is not too bad at all. I expected them to be a little harder than that, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm just sure these only do the top jaws. Put the screws in a clean, dry, safe place. A little bit of army training coming out there. Notice those ones at the front are longer. We don't want to lose these. We're going to give these screws a clean up. So they're the front jaws and they're the rear ones. Okay, and that one's quite loose there. You can see it does revolve. So we need a smaller screwdriver to undo this screw, and that comes out quite easy. There's a lot of muck in there, as you can see. Pop that in there, small grub screw. Take that out, obviously, because that's the one that's not connected. That's why there's longer bolts on that one. Fair bit of rust underneath. Just pop that screw in there. I'm guessing that once I rotate that fully back, it should remove. Let's see how we get on. So I've turned it upside down, and what I'm going to do is remove these Allen keys to remove the bottom base plate, and then we can remove the top. So, they're a bit tight. Not too bad. I expected those to be really tight for some reason. Let's bang them in there. We know which ones they are. I expected these underneath to be a lot tighter than they are. Nothing on this has been tight so far, apart from the actual screwing of it, the opening and closing. So that plate should come out. There's the 3 little pegs, which are also little screws. Some wood under there. I suspect somebody's been using it to do woodwork. That then comes completely off, and this, I'm hoping, should just screw out. Still quite tight, as you can see. There you go. And there's a spring. I'll leave that on for the time being, and a couple of washers, split washer. I'll leave that on for the time being as well. I'm going to put this in the electrolyte bath. In fact, what I'll do most of these into the electrolyte bath. This, I'm guessing, could also go in. So there it is in its component parts. This is the main base. We've got the handle with a spring and a split washer, like so. Split washer just there, it's full of muck. This is the main jaw. This is the front jaw. We've got the 2 pieces of metal with the wedge shapes in, which hold the tool in shape to protect the top of the actual jaws. And we've got the base plate, which holds the handle and the top jaws on. We've got a selection of nuts of various sizes. So that's it stripped down. We now need to get to cleaning. Well, let's see how far we've got. I've stripped it completely down, and as you can see, it's all in its component parts now. This has been completely cleaned. It's had a undercoat, and I've sprayed it a sort of bronze green colour. The same colour I restored a vintage 12-inch sander with a couple of years ago. There's the handle, in decent condition. The knurling ain't that bad, it's been battered in certain places. We've got a selection of screws, etc., and the jaws, the thread, the all important spring, and the base plate which holds the bottom on and helps it slide backwards and forwards. So that's where we are. All we've got to do now, he says, is assembly, and it should be now a working piece of kit, which is what the aim is. Okay, let's carry on with the assembly. I've placed the 3 small screws, little grub screws in there. They were the little pegs that came out. We've got the rear jaws, front jaws, screws. I've placed that in there. What I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to put a little bit, it's got a backward thread, don't forget, a little bit of grease on it, just to make sure it's free flowing. It's all nice and clean. I'll pop some grease on. Long type. I've got this vintage sort of grease can here. Just pop a little bit of grease on. Make sure that screws in nice. Other way around, remember. Leave a bit sticking out, otherwise we ain't never going to connect the rest of it up. So that can now be placed back in there. This little spring washer here needs to be just slightly levered in, like so. What we then do is take the rear jaw, like so, and the slide, place the slide matching up the 3 screws, long screw at the back, connect it with the handle, like so. Pop the other 2 in, and while I'm screwing those up, I'll let you go and make a cup of tea. Well, I've tidied it up. I'll give it a little bit of a clean. I've repainted it. I've given it a little dab of oil. I've lubricated it, replaced the front jaws there, the rear jaws underneath, cleaned up the spring and the thread. I can only actually use it with 2 fingers now, whereas before it was a struggle to use, and this is with my left hand, which is not my best hand. It was a struggle to open it or close it. That actually feels quite good. Okay, thanks for watching. It was lovely to have you along to my workshop. There's a tool haul coming up. I'm off to Bucharest for a few days. Have a great weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Like, subscribe, above all comment, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.